that, of course, 1960. That was the year from a song with a theme from A Summer Place, which made it big, even bigger that year. Wonderland by Nacht, or Wonderland by Night, as done by Bert Kaempert. Old German Orchestra mit der Hundenhalterwelten und der Wiener Schnitzels und all the little sauerkrauts in the whole verstunkene Masse. I don't know what that means. Read it on the back of a sauerkraut truck somewhere. It's 18 minutes after 11. Good morning. Welcome to the Hal Murray Show on KQV. I feel very continental today because Continental Cars at 2690 West Liberty Avenue in Pittsburgh is bringing you, I was just in a German outburst there. They bought you something from Germany too. They got the Volkswagen and they got the Karmann Ghia. Oh, there's a small point about the Volkswagen Karmann Ghia that we'd like to clear up. Karmann Ghia is not the name of the car. It's only the name of the body, like Maria Schell, lovely German body. No, Karmann Ghia is a lovely German body made for Volkswagen. The Karmann Ghia chassis is made by Volkswagen, so the Karmann Ghia body has Volkswagen's independent four-wheel torsion bar suspension and air-cooled rear engine. But the Karmann Ghia body isn't really made by Karmann Ghia either, or either. There's no such man. There were two. Ghia of Turin designed the racy curves, and back to Maria Schell again, and Carmen of Osnabrück handcrafted them into a sleek body. And if you want to keep calling the Karmann Ghia, it's all right with VW. But remember, in Continental Cars, you can get a Ghia-designed, Karmann-built body on a Volkswagen chassis at Continental Cars, 2690 West Liberty Avenue. Why don't you stop in tomorrow?
Oh! Who's that I see walking in these woods? Why, it's Little Red Riding Hood. Hey there, Little Red Riding Hood. You sure are looking good. You're everything a big bad wolf could want. Listen to me, Little Red Riding Hood. I don't think little big girls should go walking in these spooky old woods alone. Oh, what big eyes you have, the kind of eyes that drive wolves and so just to see that you don't get chased, I think I ought to walk with you far away. What full lips you have, they're sure to look someone bad, so until you get to Grandma's place, I think you ought to walk with me and be safe. I'm gonna keep my sheep suit on until I'm sure that you've been shown that I can be trusted walking with you alone. Oh, Little Red Riding Hood, I'd like to hold you if I could, but you might think I'm a big bad wolf, so I won't. Oh, what a big heart I have, the better to love you with. Little Red Riding Hood, even bad wolves can be good. I'll try to be satisfied just to walk close by your side. Maybe you'll see things my way before we get to Grandma's place. Little Red Riding Hood, you sure are looking good. You're everything that a big bad wolf could want. Oh, I mean bad.
Good. Number 2 on the KQV Finest 40, Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs and the Wolf Song, of course. Little Red Riding Hood. He's like a soldier that's AWOL. That's a wolf on the lookout, or no, he's AWOLF. He is a wolf. And I was trying to speak French and German mainly a while ago there. Here's a fellow that has a linguistic tongue.
In quasi assi lingua, the hamburger di Sandy, sono i migliori. No matter how you say it, Sandy's hamburger is the best. It'll grab you.
You did it very well. You're a prince.
He rode easy in the saddle. He was tall and lean, and at first he thought nothing but a streak of mean could make a man look so downright strong. But when look in his eyes, and you knowed you was wrong. He was a mountain of a man, and I want you to know he could preach hot hell or freezing snow. He carried a Bible in a canvas sack, and the folks just called him the Reverend Mr. Black. He was poor as a beggar, but he rode like a king. Sometimes in the evening I could hear him sing. I got to walk that lonesome valley. I got to walk it by myself. Oh, nobody else can walk it for me. I got to walk it by myself. If ever I could have thought that this man in black was soft, had any yellow up his back, I gave that notion up the day a lumberjack came in, and it wasn't to pray. Yeah, he kicked open the meeting house door, and he cussed everybody up and down the floor. And then when things got quiet in the place, he walked up and cussed in the preacher's face. He hit that reverend like the kick of a mule, and to my way of thinking, it took a pure fool to turn the other cheek to that lumberjack. Well, that's what he did, the Reverend Mr. Black. He stood like a rock, a man among men. Then he let that lumberjack hit him again, and then with a voice as kind as could be, he cut him down like a big oak tree when he said, "You got to walk that lonesome valley. You got to walk it by yourself. Nobody else can walk it for you. You got to walk it by yourself." It's been many years since we had to part. I guess I learned his ways by heart. I can still hear his sermons ring down in the valley where he used to sing. I followed him, yes sir, and I don't regret it. Hope that I'll always be a credit to his memory, because I want you to understand the Reverend Mr. Black was my old man. You got to walk that lonesome valley. You got to walk.
From 3 years ago, in 1963, there's the exciting story of the Reverend Mr. Black, as done by the Kingston Trio, another KQV Classic. Got lots more of them on this KQV Classic weekend after the news. Bill James is ready in the newsroom, and Crispy in St. Peter's will be ready after that. Tell you about the Pied Piper.
KQV News live at 25 past the hour. This is Bill James. And in the news this morning, a Lima, Ohio woman was killed when the sports car in which she was riding crashed into the medial barrier on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. The victim, identified as Mrs. Naoma Lawton of Lima, Ohio. Her daughter, Mrs. Sarah Woolley, is reported in fair condition at the hospital. 2 Westmoreland County men were injured this morning in a 2-car crash on Route 30 near Sleepy Hollow. The 2 identified as 32-year-old John Kopetsky of Derry and 22-year-old Ronald Scherer of Latrobe. Both are reported in fair condition at the hospital. The United Steelworkers Union reports it expects no large number of retirements tomorrow under a retirement provision negotiated with basic steel companies. The provision goes into effect tomorrow. The union says that about 6,000 workers have delayed their retirement plans until tomorrow to take advantage of increased benefits. If they retired earlier, they would have been entitled to $2.50 per month for each year's service. Under the new provision, they're entitled to $5 for each year's service. The provision provides for retirement after 30 years' service, regardless of the worker's age. About 60,000 of the nation's 400,000 basic steel workers are eligible. On the world and national scene, the U.S. has reported the loss of an Air Force Skytrain plane with a crew of 8 over North Vietnam. B-52 bombers blasted communist troops in the demilitarized zone of Vietnam for the second day in a row today. And striking airline mechanics vote today on the wage proposal, which would end their walkout against 5 major carriers. Former President Harry Truman is reported to have spent a restful night in Kansas City Hospital and is in good condition. Pittsburgh weather, sunny, a little warmer today and Monday, fair and cool tonight. High today in the mid-80s, low tonight in the mid-50s, high Monday in the upper 80s. And the present KQV AM, KQV FM, downtown Pittsburgh temperature is 75 degrees. That's the news. I'm Bill James.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Vice President and General Manager of KQV Radio, Mr. John D. Gibbs. Mr. Gibbs.
If money talks, as it is said, Allegheny County nurses aren't listening. Too many people feel money is the one and only answer to easing the nurse shortage in Pittsburgh, but hospitals here have found it isn't true. After dragging their feet for far too long, Pittsburgh hospitals have raised salaries for staff nurses to an average of $370 a month to start. Well, maybe this isn't a world beater of a salary for a professional person, but it's a whale of a lot better than the $275 a month paid by some district hospitals just a few short years ago. Still, over 500 nursing jobs in Pittsburgh hospitals are not filled. Why? Because there's something bugging today's nurse that goes deeper than her pocketbook. Nurses themselves say there's little job satisfaction or professionalism left in nursing. Too much paperwork, too many patients per nurse, little or no respect from doctors, the feeling of being little more than a glorified maid, too many additional duties, most of which were once done by doctors. So what happens? They quit. They stay home with their children, or they go back to school and wind up in social work or administration. The trouble is we need nurses in hospitals, and the hospitals and doctors who have jilted the nurses now must woo and win them back. The nurse rebellion is one which we, the public, cannot afford. In a future editorial, KQV will have more to say about this situation. This is KQV's Viewpoint.
If you would like a copy of the preceding editorial, please write to KQV Editorial Department, KQV Radio, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
This is KQV AM and FM in Pittsburgh. It's 11:30.
With your masquerading and you always contemplating what to do in case happiness found you. Can't you see that it's all around you? So follow me. Hey, come on, baby, follow me. I'm the Pied Piper. Follow me. I'm the Pied Piper, and I'll show you where it's at. Come on, baby, can't you see? I'm the Pied Piper. Trust in me. I'm the Pied Piper, and I'll show you where it's at. Don't be scared to move, hey babe. What are you trying to prove? It ain't true that your life has kicked you. It's your mind, and that's all that's tricking you. So step in line. Hey, come on, baby, follow me. I'm the Pied Piper. Follow me. I'm the Pied Piper, and I'll show you where it's at. Come on, baby, can't you see? I'm the Pied Piper. Trust in me. I'm the Pied Piper, and I'll show you where it's at. Come on, baby, follow me. I'm the Pied Piper. Follow me. I'm the Pied Piper, and I'll show you where it's at. Come on, baby, can't you see? I'm the Pied Piper. Trust in me. I'm the Pied Piper, and I'll show you where it's at. Come on, baby, follow me. Come on, baby, trust in me. Come on, baby, can't you see? Come on, baby, follow me. I'm the Pied Piper.
Crispy and St. Peter's and the Pied Piper. That's a pie-eyed piper if ever I heard one. He just blew his alcoholic breath down the horn. Guess who's coming down the horn?
Fun-loving KQV, Hal Murray.
On the hornswoggle.
Fun-loving KQV, classic weekend.
That it is, and here's a sample. Peter, Paul, and Mary.
If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, all over this life. I'd hammer out danger, I'd hammer out a warning, I'd hammer out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this life.
great old tune done by Peter, Paul, and Mary. If I had a hammer, I'd hit the nail on the thumb. Or 25 minutes until 12 noon, KQV at Hal Murray time. 76. That's a spirit. 76 degrees now. That's an old wheeze, too. And we just went up another degree. That's good. Hey, tomorrow at high noon, how little noons, Surrey presents College 66, the in-look that sets you apart from the crowd. That's Surrey, with no fringe on top. They have fringe benefits, though. Introducing the grooviest of the groovy, everything from hip skirts to mini skirts. And they're real hip gals, from skivvy dresses to sweaters or pantsuits, bell-legged or straight. See our expanded downtown hayloft, they say. Watch the informal modeling with a free Pepsi. Think young. Ask your fashion devisers and advisors over there to help you in selecting your wardrobe from the large selection at any Surrey shop. Surrey's Haylofts sets the tones. Others try to copy, but they never quite succeed. So come to any Surrey location. Oliver at Liberty, Shadyside, Grant Street, and Manor Oak. It's College 66 at 12 noon tomorrow at Surrey.
The summer sounds in the air, colorful KQV, audio 14.
And this is Hal Murray. Sorry about that. Here it is, everybody, the new sound everyone's digging, the Tulon Park.
Things go better with Coca-Cola. Yeah, things go better with Coca-Cola. Life is much more fun when you're refreshed. And Coke refreshes you best. Coke refreshes you best. Food goes better with fun, goes better with you, goes better with Coke, yeah. A real life one who's extra fun in everything you do. Party fun goes better with Coca-Cola. 'Cause everyone goes better with Coca-Cola. People have more fun when they're refreshed. Things go better with Coca-Cola. Things go better with Coke.
22 and a half minutes until 12 noon. KQV, more music, more oftentimes. Shirley MacLaine, that went down a wee bit last Tuesday. You heard it go to 17 on the KQV Finest 40. Sweet Dreams.
Zoom, 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 zoom to Kennywood Park. Just get in your car, it's not very far. You'll follow the signs and there you are. And you'll zoom, 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 zoom at Kennywood Park. Zoom up, zoom down, zoom all around. There are lots of rides and fun to be found when you zoom, 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 zoom at Kennywood Park. Just spend a day and soon you'll say it's fun to zoom the Kennywood way.
Hey, say, what about that new turnpike ride?
It's fun and the cars go zoom.
Well, I hear the cars have real gasoline engines.
It's fun and the cars go zoom.
And the road looks just like a real turnpike.
It's fun and the cars go zoom.
Gee, it must be a lot of fun, huh?
That's what we said. It's fun and the cars go zoom, 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 zoom to Kennywood Park. It's fun by day, it's fun by night, so zoom to Kennywood Park, all right. Zoom!
It's Kennywood weekend fun time again. And swing today with the fabulous Beau Brummels at Kennywood Park. Free shows today at 3 and 8 p.m. And while you're at Kennywood, you can cool it in the sunlit pool. Remember, see and hear the swinging Beau Brummels today. Free shows at 3 and 8 p.m. at Kennywood, where the action is.
Boom, boom, beautiful weather for it. And
Fun loving KQV weather.
let's take a look at it. Sunny and a little warmer this afternoon, and tomorrow fair and cool again tonight. We'll have a high today in the upper 80s or mid 80s and a high tomorrow in the upper 80s, but tonight we'll go back down to the mid 50s, so that's quite a drop for pleasant sleeping. Wind is from the northeast at 5 miles an hour, 62% humidity at the moment, and that's it for today.
Look at that beautiful dress. And this blouse, it's so cute. They must be expensive.
Oh, no. Quality merchandise is not expensive at Gold Coast Discount Department Store. Here you save up to 40 cents on every dollar you spend. If you'd like to strike it rich in savings on quality clothing, housewares, everything for your home and family, shop now at Gold Coast in the Casti Village Shopping Center, Whitehall. You'll save up to 40 cents on every dollar you spend.
Fun loving KQV, golden cars. Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight.
Linda Scott's. Linda Scott from 1961. Linda Scott, a tune called Starlight, Star Bright that she brings back in the KQV Classics for today, and it's good to hear it again. We got a lot of Scotts around here. Linda Scott. Greg Scott comes in at 3 o'clock, and he's the talented son of the talented Dave Scott, whom we have here every day, Monday through Saturday, and you know, at 3 o'clock. And we have Scott Tissue. There's a lot of them.
You don't need a screen test to be in pictures. All you have to do is come on out to Bob Smith St. Clair Dodge and get your picture taken with a Polaroid color pack camera. That's right, on August the 6th from 1 to 4 p.m., everybody can get their picture taken free at St. Clair Dodge. And all during the week from August 1 to the 6th, you get a free Polaroid color pack camera with every new Dodge. And at St. Clair Dodge, you always get star material because Bob Smith will match any car deal and give you the lowest prices around town on any 66 Dodge. Every car deal at St. Clair Dodge is a spectacular, and you get kid glove care too. So make sure you come on out to St. Clair Dodge next week. And on August 6th from 1 to 4 p.m., get your picture taken free with a Polaroid color pack camera. You may not get your name in lights, but you'll get a beautiful color picture of yourself or your family. And you'll get top billing and a good deal on a 66 Dodge. So see Bob Smith at St. Clair Dodge all next week. St. Clair Dodge, 2950 Banksville Road, Pittsburgh.
Yes, go over and look at and get a free Dodge with your color pack camera. I mean, get a free color pack camera with your Dodge. Well, that's true. They'll give you a free Dodge with your color pack camera. Well, the color pack camera costs you around $4,000. No, I'm only 13 minutes until 12 noon. Listen, the Volunteer Fire Department of Holiday Park in Plum Borough would like for me to tell you that they're having a street fair beginning tomorrow. Continues through Saturday, August 6th from 7 to 11. That's natural, 7 to 11 each evening, and there'll be rides and games and fun for all. The bouncing, bubbly British Beatles. Paperback Rider is number 18 on the KQV Finest 40, and the Beatles bouncing around with that one there. Don't forget, there'll be a Beatle bus bouncing very smoothly on the way to Cleveland, and beginning tomorrow on every show, the Fun Lovin' 5 here at KQV, we'll be drawing a couple of names for a couple of days, and we'll fill that bus with happy Beatlemaniacs. You get food, and you get chaperones, you get everything, good tickets, good seats to see the Beatles show at Cleveland 2 weeks from today. We'll tell you more about that. Right now,
Look for McDonald's Golden Arches, where quality starts fresh every day.
I don't believe McDonald's serves 1 million pure beef hamburgers every day.
They don't.
I knew it.
They sell 1,300,000.
Oh. Well, I don't believe McDonald's peels and French fries 300,000 U.S. #1 potatoes every day.
They don't.
I knew it.
They peel and French fry 440,000.
Well, I don't believe McDonald's employs 15,000 of the finest, most upstanding high school and college men.
They don't.
I knew it.
They employ 21,000.
Maybe you didn't know, but McDonald's makes and sells more 100% all-beef hamburgers and more French fries than anybody else in the world.
I don't believe it.
Would you believe that McDonald's has golden arches and sore heels? No, from walking around. No, McDonald's golden arches in Baden, Bellevue, Beaver Falls, East Hills, Penn Hills, New Kensington, and Uniontown. There's a McDonald's near you.
So I beg you, let it be me. Don't take this heaven from one. If you must cling to someone, now and forever, let it be. Let it be me. And that you always let it be me.
That's Betty Everett and Jerry Butler in a KQV Classic, and the Mamas and Papas will be back with I Saw Her Again after the news.
There's more to go on, fun, love, and KQV. Audio 14, keep listening.
KQV News live at 55 past the hour. This is Bill James. A Lima, Ohio woman was killed, her daughter injured in an accident on the Pennsylvania Turnpike this morning. Details following ABC
This
News.
is Bill Gill, ABC Washington, with the latest news from ABC Radio. In the top of the news, a secret mission in Vietnam stirs the imagination. Touch-and-go airlines still undecided. And a recent LBJ visitor faces financial revolt at home. Details in a moment.
The excitement of traveling away from home, the nervous tension, the change in your routine, in the food you eat, in the water you drink, any or all of these can cause irregularity. That's the time for Phillips Milk of Magnesia. Phillips Milk of Magnesia is the kind of laxative so many doctors recommend. Phillips is right for every member of the family. Remember that whenever you leave home. Have a nice trip, and don't forget the Phillips. Phillips Milk of Magnesia, regular or delightfully mint-flavored.
An American Skyhawk jet is lost in raids over Vietnam today. Its pilot was rescued as Marine, Air Force, and Navy planes ravaged military targets in the Communist North. B-52 bombers pounded military areas illegally. They were established in the demilitarized zone which divides North from South Vietnam. Speculation is rampant following a report that a mystery plane flying a secret mission over North Vietnam was shot from the skies with 8 crewmen aboard. Some observers believe that plane was dropping troops or agents behind military lines, or possibly jamming enemy communications, or a host of other dramatic assignments. Officials say its mission will probably never be revealed. Here in Washington, the National Tabulation Center for Striking Airline Machinists, there are mounting fears that the White House-designed settlement may be rejected by the rank-and-file membership. Results of voting is expected to be revealed by late evening. In London, Prime Minister Harold Wilson, fresh from a Washington conference with President Johnson, is said to be faced with a revolt by businessmen and union leaders as well over Wilson's proposal to freeze wages and prices for at least 6 months. Mr. Wilson says his program of freezes offer the best opportunity to cure Britain's threat of near bankruptcy. The controversy surrounding use of the drug LSD refuses to abate. Speaking here in Washington today, Secretary of Health, Education, and Welfare John Gardner was asked if government controls of LSD would impede necessary research on hallucinogenic drugs. The answer was no, and Mr. Gardner added this comment.
In LSD, you've only seen a beginning of the problems we're going to face in the years ahead with these mind-affecting drugs, because they're going to discover a great many more of this sort, which are going to affect human behavior in some very complex ways, raising ethical and moral and questions of social purpose and so forth.
Secretary of Health, Education, and Welfare John Gardner on the effects of LSD. The city of Chicago has set another new record. As of this last day of July, Chicago has set a new record in the number of murders in a single month. There were 66 slayings in July, including the murder of 8 student nurses, 18 more slayings than the previous record of 48. Former President Harry Truman reported in satisfactory condition, resting comfortably this morning in a Kansas City hospital. Mr. Truman is recuperating from what is described as a minor intestinal disturbance. Republican Congressman Garner Shriver of Kansas says he expects to introduce a bill allowing state governments to share in proceeds of the federal income tax program. This is ABC News.
6 fall in the side pocket.
When the Saturday afternoon billiards club first met at the Chalk and Q, only Sid Gottlieb and Jack Pfeiffer smoked L&Ms. Now Don Havernick's come over. When you've got today's best taste in smoking, people find out.
Come on over to the L&M side. Come on over for the taste of it. Come on over, you'll be glad you did. Come on over to the L&M side.
What makes L&M today's best taste in smoking? Maybe it's the rich flavor leaf. Maybe it's the full-bodied blend. Why not ask an L&M smoker? He's found out.
Come on over, you'll be glad you did. Come on over to the L&M side.
When you've got today's best taste in smoking, people find out.
They're still waiting at the Greater Pittsburgh Airport, but the long wait may soon be over. The terminal is expected to spring into action if the membership of the striking International Association of Machinists today vote in favor of an agreement reached in Washington between the union and 5 airlines. Initial flights are expected to resume within several hours after the contract is ratified by the members of the union. Full service by the airlines is expected within 24 to 72 hours after the ratification. Pittsburgh police are holding a Homestead man for further investigation of the strangulation of his wife last night. 35-year-old Henry Jerica was reported to have called police and admitted that he had choked his wife, Dorothy. A doctor who accompanied the police to the Jerica residence pronounced Mrs. Jerica dead at the scene. Mrs. Naomi Lawton of Lima, Ohio, was killed and her daughter injured this morning when the sports car she was riding crashed into the medial barrier on the turnpike just west of the Donegal interchange. The victim and her daughter were on the way to Virginia, where they were going to see the daughter's husband, who is stationed there in the armed forces. The daughter, Mrs. Sarah Woolley, is reported in fair condition in the hospital.